just started recording. I almost forgot, but not this time. And I am going to switch over to the main. Jump scare. Hey guys, I just finished an original drawing with the baggy clothes technique you taught us last time. Amazing. Amazing. Hello, hello. I enjoy Vosh the average amount. Hello. Hernandez. How you doing? How are you guys? I'm really excited for the stream. As always, these are so much fun. I can't wait to draw today. Are you guys excited to draw? Do you want to get it started? Do we have any other first time viewers? I know obviously I recognize like a lot of you guys. Babadook, Vosh Enjoyer, Harry Hoyden, first time, new here. Hello, hello. Oh, first time. Let's go. Let's go. I saw. Are you the Moses of Beatles or Beetle of Moses? Second time viewer, that's great too. Oh my god, what up? What up? First time? You're driving, but it's your first time? Okay, just watch the road. Dude, I'm so excited. All you new guys here. I've been having so much fun with these streams. Everybody who's been here a bunch of times. Yo, first time me and my wife are ready? Hell yeah. I got some very cool drawings for us to work on today. Now, if you guys don't, of course, if you don't want to draw along, if you just want to watch, that's okay. But I love when you guys draw along, because then when I see your guys' drawings afterwards, it's really exciting. I love seeing your drawings afterwards. When you tweet them out, I'll retweet them. And I know you guys have been sending me them in the DMs too. I know that there was a handful of you guys. I got a lot of DMs like after the last one, asking me to check on your work. So I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys I have not gotten a chance to respond to. I've been really busy. I've been mailing out prints. I've just had a bunch of shit on my plate, so I haven't been able to respond to everybody. But I'm checking DMs. So if you feel too shy to post and you want to send me your drawing in the DM, I will look at it. I promise, and I will respond to you also. Damn, I'm laid down, stuck under my GF, but I'll draw along next time. That's okay. I understand. Let's get right into it. Okay, we have I have this little routine. You guys who have been here before, you know the drill. If it's your first time, all right, this is very important. We're gonna look at this together. Okay. These are the Beetle commandments. Oh, and you may have noticed that we have new emotes in the chat. Finally. We finally got, I don't know why, Twitch took literally like 3 weeks to approve a couple of the emotes that I added. I think we have that one, and there should be another one. Maybe not. But, oh, Yellow Swag Studios in the chat, guys. Watch out. Careful of that guy. About to slide into the fabled Beetle Moses DMs. Hey, how you guys doing? All right, let me get right into this. These are the Beetle commandments, okay? Number 1, don't be too hard on yourself, all right? The bottom line is that we were doing this for fun. It is a class, so I want to show you guys what I know. I'm trying to share a little bit of knowledge, but we're just doing this for fun. So when you send me your art afterwards, if you DM it to me, I'll reply. If you, I keep seeing ZZZ by Chew. I keep getting an auto mod message that you're, I think you are Polish, and you're making fun of Polish people, but it keeps getting caught by the auto mod. Anyway, if you tweet it out, I'll retweet it. If you're too shy and you send me the DMs and you need feedback, I can do that. But when you tweet it out, I never want to see like, I suck at art. This came out like shit. I'm terrible at art. I suck at life. It's not helpful. It's not productive. It doesn't mean anything. We're just doing this for fun. If you finish the drawing and you're really not happy with how it came out, send it to me. And if you want feedback, I will give it to you. And I'll be honest. But to be honest, all of you guys have been following along really well. The drawings have been coming out great. Anyway, Number 2, go at your own pace. All right, we're gonna draw very slow. I'm gonna try to draw slowly enough that everybody can follow along, but I'm also watching the chat. So if I work through something and it's too fast, just let me know, because I will stop. I'll go back. I'll do it again. I want to make sure that everybody is on the same pace here. All right. Number 3, but we are going to go slow, so I think we'll be all right. Number 3, try new things. It's how you get better. I think we have some drawings today that you have not drawn before, so it'll be new. But just remember that when you're drawing your own stuff, don't be afraid to draw something different, because you will get better. You forgot Beetle Commandment 4, which is sign up for our Patreon to become our real-life friends and play Jackbox with us. That's real. YOLO Swag, hit the exclamation point Patreon, because it'll hit the link in the chat. I'm a little distracted right now, but I have a Nightbot command for that. If you join the... Alright, I'll just do it. In a sec. Yo! Just like that. If you join our Patreon, my joint Patreon with YOLO Swag Studios, we play Jackbox almost weekly. And you get invited to the Discord. You get early access to Beetle Moses comics, early access to YOLO Swag comics. You get bonus episodes of our podcast. So if you just like cannot get enough of Beetle Moses and YOLO Swag and all that stuff, jump in on that Patreon, because there's a whole world of content that you're actually not getting when you're not subscribed. Okay, let's get right into this. Let's get right into the drawing. All right. This is the drawing that I think we're going to do today. I drew a couple different ones. The other 2 are really good too, but I think this is just a fun first drawing. It'll be really different. All right. Yeah, Jackbox is on every tier. All right, here we go. Ready? This is the drawing. It is an anamorph of a mouse turning into a piece of cheese. Okay? I wanted to give us something that's a little bit of a challenge, but I think it's going to come out funny. I think that you guys will like this drawing at the end. Like, if you're drawing it on a piece of paper, it's going to be a nice little keepsake for you to hang on to. Okay? And if you're drawing it not on paper, if you're like me and you're on a tablet, I still think it's going to be a fun thing for you to post and share with your friends, all right? I wanted to make something memorable, and I thought this would be a good one. And I tried to simplify it, so even though, you know, there's a lot going on, it's pretty simple shapes and lines, so I think you will be able to follow along okay. We're going to go really slow. So, I'll pull it up from time to time so we can all look at it. But let's start with this. All right, does everybody have your pen and paper? Go new. Okay. It will look fine because nobody knows what actual mouse cheese hybrid. That's exactly my point. So while you're following along, and this is some advice that I've given the last couple streams, but if you've missed them, all right, when you guys send me DMs a lot of the times and you're not happy with how your drawing came out, or you needed some advice, generally speaking, my advice is there's some stuff that's a little box standard, which is just keep practicing, right? The more that you draw, the more confident your line work is going to be, and they're just going to look nicer. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it's true. Practice makes perfect. If you keep drawing, you're just going to get more comfortable. You're going to get better. But what the hell was I going to say? I literally just lost my train of thought as I was going to say it. Oh yeah, this is the spiel that I've been saying on the last couple ones. When I'm drawing, my critique is try not to follow what I am doing exactly. All right? When I'm drawing, I want you to look at how I draw something, right? So if we're drawing the cheese, if I make that line, I want you to look at it, all right? But before you just draw it mindlessly, I don't want you to be looking at my drawing while you're drawing. I want you to look at what I did, all right? Look at your paper. Take 2 seconds, think like, okay, how did Beetle's look? All right? How do I want mine to look? How is this shape going to fit on my paper? Where does it start? Where does it end? Right? then draw it. Okay? Take this second to kind of work your own style into it. And it's okay if it doesn't look exactly like mine, because everybody has a different art style. You don't want to look like everybody else. You want to have your own thing. So use mine as a reference, all right? But not necessarily a guide. You get it? And I'm going to remind you of that every once in a while. Now, when you're blocking this out, okay, on your piece of paper, right, there's a lot going on, so just make sure that everything has space. So there's the cheese here. We need enough room to draw another one here. They're kind of overlapping, another one here, and the mouse here. All right? So we're going to start with the cheese, but start small. Keep it as small as you can to make room. I'm going to move my camera out of the way, too, so you're not right on top here. What brush do I use? I'm just using, I don't even know. Good question. I'm using a pen on here. It says Real G Pen. Sorry, I know the chat is blocking it. Real G Pen. That's what I'm using. I'm on Clip Studio Paint. Alright. Let's get it popping. Ready? Flork. Flork is an amazing comic artist. Alright guys, we are going to do that first shape that I did, which is a line, a bump, and a line. By the way, this drawing, this little bit right here that I'm going to show you how to draw the perfect cheese. Okay? Every time you need to draw cheese, this is what it needs to look like. It doesn't even matter what kind of cheese. This is just the standard cheese. Trash Bins is back, baby. Okay? This shape. Diagonal line down, another bump, keep going to there. And across the bottom here, same thing, straight line. This one's just 90-degree angle. Bump, straight line. And then just a line connecting the two. Cheese expert. I am a cheese expert. Alright, now I do save these streams. They are on my VOD. If you look at the top of my little bio there, the link is there. But it's also right here. I'll just tell it to you. It's this. Whoops. Where did I just type that? I was on the wrong screen. It's youtube.com/@BeetleMoses right there. Okay. Whoops. Oh, that's what I did. Okay, we're going to do a straight line across. And then another diagonal line. Let's see how it's a little bit more at an angle. It's a little bit more acute. Another bump. And the bumps, there's no rhyme or reason, right? Just adding. Yeah, sex is cool, but have you tried cheese? I'm just adding the bumps where there's going to be, you know, cheese holes. And then we're just adding circles. You just add them wherever you feel is, you know, appropriate. That's it, guys. That's the perfect piece of cheese right there. When you're coloring it in, and I mean, you don't have to, you don't have to color it in. Not everybody's going to, but if you have colored pencils and stuff, the other thing that you want to think about when you're coloring, just a quick lesson, is make one side slightly darker than the other. Right? It just gives it a little bit more dimension. Not totally necessary, but keep in mind. I'll keep this one colored because it's cute. Alright, we're going to move this up now. But I mean, seriously, guys, how good does that piece of cheese look? It looks just like in, Tom and Jerry. Alright, this is where the drawing gets a little free, right? Because it's like one of you guys said, like, there's not really any rhyme or reason to what a halfway between a mouse and a cheese looks like. So, you know, you can kind of do whatever, right? I was just winging it when I drew it. But kind of keep it close. So, all right. Here's what we're going to do. Make a slight remember to keep things small because you need enough room for 2 more mouse-like figures. All right. I already know I'm going to run out of room just cuz I'm not going to be paying attention. Curve, slight curve like that. Let's go in little nub out like that. That looks like you would find it in Drake's fridge. It's so cartoon. Yeah. Drake would totally have this cheese in his fridge and nothing else. Drake would hear somebody break into his house and go, gulp. Alright, small line down like this. Yeah, a carton labeled milk. So real. Drake the type to open the fridge and witness the rat eating his cheese and get scared by it and run away. That's also true. You guys have this shape? I'm going to make his little mouse foot. And a little... See how I did that? It's just a little U and just a little beep line up. Rat Fantano. Alright, we're going to go another curve, bigger curve, like that. Right, you want it to be a little bit taller than the last cheese, so bring it up. And this one now, the ears are going kind of, so it intersects right here. Keep all these lines curvy because it's like a mouse. It's like morphing down, so all the lines are going to be rounded. Okay? Curvy. Y shape. A little bump. Curve. Very slight. Little bro gonna finesse that cheese. If I could morph into any one food, what would it be? Chicken pad thai. Bump on the nose. That's where his little nosie's gonna go. And then just a line down. And then give him his little mouse eye. The other funny thing is that where, like, white man alert. More like chicken gay. Guys, this is what you're missing out on the Patreon. This classic YOLO swag humor. The weird thing about this drawing is that we're working backwards, right? So we're like the mouse is the last thing that we draw. I don't know. It's just because the cheese needs to come first. So line. Give him a little bump there, where just like with the regular cheese, and then connect it. I turned into a big ass plate of nachos smothered in queso. That sounds fire, guys. I know some of you guys that are in the Discord already saw this, but for you guys who are not, gotta tell you, I made some very fire stuffed bell peppers today. They came out so gas. It was not that hard to make, actually. By the way, is this little hand is this U shape? I'll show you with the line on top. It's that same. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna be 3D. Sorry, we got a little distracted with this other part, but I'll show it right now. Curve over. Other ear. And then connect it. That's what that shape is for. Because we want to get this sort of 3D look. My tail looks strange. It really doesn't. I mean, there's really no perfect drawing of like a halfway between a mouse and a cheese, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But you can also add these little holes on him. Okay? I would turn into a singular frozen grape. I'd be a dozen eggs. That's good. All of us are getting really like in touch with ourselves. I already feel like I'm gonna run out of room. I'm gonna try to keep this one close. Okay. Foot. This is it. That's it for this one, basically. Foot. You can give it a little bit of a back there. Giant bowl of pho sounds so good. Watches some nerd on Twitter or something tries to make the perfect mouse cheese in between. I'd love to see it. Hey, can I do this on Procreate instead of pen and paper? Of course. Of course. Doing this on CSP. Before I started these streams, I had a conversation with Vosh asking, I just had a bunch of questions that I was asking him. By the way, curvy line. Just about getting started, like little advice things, basically. And I told him I had the idea that, like, yeah, I was going to draw, and then I wanted a camera that was, like, facing down on a piece of paper, you know, while I was drawing. So, like, how would I set that up? And he was literally like, dude, why? Why would you do that? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, do you have a tablet? I was like, yeah. He was like, just use a tablet. So much extra equipment and like setup to have, like, you need a whole second desk just to put the DSLR camera like looking down over the thing. And I was like, that is a good point. I still would like to figure out how to do it at one point, because like I would like to do some streams that are me painting, you know, because those are long and fun and chill. It would not be really class focused. It would more just be kind of like me doing art. But if you guys could see the desk that I'm working on right now, it's not exactly like conducive for that. And that's a bit try-harding for a start. Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, it's important to set your ambitions high, so I don't regret it. But I think I needed somebody to kind of tell me, like, that's not really logical. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And honestly, it's a lot easier to set things up this way. All right. Curve. Chug, little curve going the other way. How sexy are your hands, though? How veiny are those bitches? They're not that veiny. I have really long fingers. Kind of alien. 3 little nubs for fingers, speaking of. Show them. Spider hands. Check it out. Spider hands. High five. Bump. OF material. Alright, we got his little fat hand. Curving over. You got them grippers. Yeah. Okay. Now add little teeth, mouse teeth. And then another line like that. Man hands Houlihan when I was in the Navy. I am not a man, LOL. I'm sorry they called you that. I got long ass fingers. Little nosy. My mouse's hands look like a plastic. It's kind of what they look like. Honestly, the one that I drew on the paper is even fatter, the hands, than the ones that we got here. All right, curvy line going up. Little bump. Line. Is everybody with me? My hands didn't fit in the gloves we were issued for deployment. It was better than my last nickname, which was Hit and Run. Oh my god. What's with all the nicknames? I don't think I've ever had a nickname in my life. Yeah, it's the Animorphs thing. Don't worry, I have other really good drawings for us too. So if you guys are hopping in late, we're going to do another one. Don't worry. Alright, ready? I always kind of wanted a nickname though. Well, now I guess I have Beetle Moses. I have Beetle. Kind of gave myself that nickname though. It doesn't really count. Line over. Ear. All right. Curvy line. Ear. Curvy line. And then give him a little tail sticking out the back there. Eyes. 2 eyes. And then give him another circle right here. Alright, and now we are going to draw the piece de resistance, which is the actual mouse. So, foot. Look, guys, I'm almost running out of room, but we'll make it work. No normal mouse. I knew we were gonna have problems with space. I'm having issues with space. Just connect a piece of paper on the other side. It's okay. It's gonna be a tight fit for me. We're gonna make it work. Remember, you can cheat it as like behind the guy also. You can even put the foot closer to him because he's right behind him. Off the page. No! Sorry, guys. It's my worst nightmare. Try to fit him in. Even if it's not all the way to the side, you can just draw him behind. Draw him behind him. Tummy area. Okay, long curve. Up and over. Got that? Ear. Line. Your rat's gonna be fat. Ear. Make that a little bigger. Got these 2 ears. Line. 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 Just that zigzag for the nose and his little body. And then his arm, the way that I would do it is this loose S shape. Right? I know we've kind of talked about this shape before. Comes up a lot. It's a very useful shape. In my opinion, when you're cartooning, being able to draw curves smoothly is a good skill to have. So even if you're doodling on your paper from time to time and you don't feel comfortable with this, I'd recommend trying to do that. Think of it just like a lightning bolt, but smooth. Lightning bolt, but smooth. All right? It's basically an S, but it's on its side. Ready? Is this like an Animorphs mouse that turns into a cheese? Yeah, it is. It's alright, we're going to do another drawing. Too light. Oh, whoops. I'm allowed to. My people fought for that, right? Bro made the SS. Oh, God. Alright, you guys got that little curvy line? You, or actually it's like 3 J's in a row connected for the fingers. J, J, J. More of a rat. That's good. And then make this curve going back up, same shape. Give him 2 eyes. Circle for a nose. Buck teeth. And then if you can fit it somewhere in the back here, I give him a wiggly tail. And when you're drawing the lines across the tail like this, you know, the rat tail, remember to keep them curved. Don't just draw a straight line. All right, give it some dimension. I'm looking at my first drawing. Oh, yeah, here. Yeah, the last thing is I would just make this ear go up like that. So you're looking like inside the ear. And then I'm going to write. But you can caption it anything you want, or you don't have to caption it at all. I think it is still a good drawing. And then here's what I would do. I'm going to go, let's see, bucket fill. All right, we're going to make him slightly bucket fill. Bucket fill. What do you guys think of that? How did everybody's drawing come out? Looks pretty good, right? Yo, mine came out way better than I expected. Let's go. Just got here. This was Animorphs Cheese Mouse. That was awesome. That's right. We're gonna do another drawing now. That one we kind of breezed through it, honestly. Was everybody able to do this? Oh wait, let me zoom out so we can all see. This is how mine came out right here. Very nice. Color codes for each one. I have no idea how to even check that. I'm my dude. How can I check? I don't know. I would just feel it out. You could feel it out. Just go blue. Just go blue, turquoise, green, yellow. Doesn't have to be perfect. Caption it, cheese to me. That's good. I'm really excited. Mine is wonky, but it does look like a rodent turned into cheese. That's good. All right. Oh, very powerful. Trash bins. Thank you. Let's go. All right, we're going to do another drawing. All right. One of them is kind of in a theme with the other one. The other one is unique, but I think it came out really cool. And if my mod is able to do it, because I don't know how, we can put it to a vote. And you can tell me which ones you like better, okay? Here's one of them. We have this drawing of a monkey and orangutan in a banana suit. Eating a banana. I also wrote become ungovernable on this one. Okay, monkey in a banana suit. That is option 1. Orangutan wearing a banana suit. The other option is this cartoon cake, the slice missing. Okay? Kind of Cupheady sort of vibe. Alright? Cake with a slice missing. So we got monkey, cake. Vote in the poll. I'm going to pee. We're going to find out which one wins in just a moment. I'll be right back. Look at this. She was sitting on the bed the whole time. Okay. What do we think? Bork just arrived. I have until he finishes peeing to speedrun this picture. Kongi Don. I did wash my hands, I swear. I swear I did. I washed. I always do. Honestly, I really think that during the COVID thing, I wasn't much of a hand washer before COVID. And then I started washing my hands during COVID, and I was like, why don't I do this more often? All right, Orangutanana is the winner. Orangutanana. And I think our drawing is going to come out better than this one. I was just kind of winging this one. All right. To the person who is speed running this one. All right. You've got approximately 5 seconds. It's going to be on the VOD also. But it's just mouse. Mildly cheesy mouse. Medium cheesy mouse. Cheese. Alright. Get a new piece of paper. This one's rotated the other way. Let's get it popping. Okay. Oh my god, I gotta shout somebody out, by the way. I saw this, what the hell is this? I saw this guy on YouTube. He, like, showed up in my feed. He's a lot bigger than I am. Oh, yeah, it's this guy. Dude. He's a lot bigger than I am. But I was watching his videos and I was like, God damn. This guy is a great resource. If you really like watching drawing stuff, and you want to check out, like, somebody else that just is, like, a vibe, there's this guy, Chroma Moma. CHROMA Moma. Don't leave the stream to go watch him, alright? What the hell? It's like just changed to that. Don't leave the stream to go watch him. All right, let's finish the stream. But he's a really cool resource. I pulled him up. Hello, Nigel. Uh, he came up and I was watching him, and he draws like Gundam robots. Like that's his like big thing. Bye, Beetle. Nice knowing you. No, don't go. But he's super talented, and he crazy talented, like really good drawer. They're not tutorials, but he does like reviews of pens and pencils and papers and stuff like that. And but just the way that he talks about art is very like inspiring and casual. Like it's not in this really like big brain way. It's just this very like yeah, he's nice. He was just like really talented. He had a really good way of like describing his style and art and stuff, and I was like, damn, this makes me want to draw. So if you are enjoying these streams and you like the sort of creative bug that it's giving you and you want more content, this guy gets the Beetle seal of approval. Amazing inspirational art content. Chroma Moma on YouTube. I don't know the guy. If anybody knows him, you want to put me in touch with him, I'd love to meet him. Anyway, okay, we're going to work on this drawing. This is the basic shape. Okay, it's a monkey. That's his arm, foot, other foot, face, and he's holding a banana. So make sure you have room for all of this. I kind of feel like it'll be pretty easy to draw. Okay, we're going to start with the arm because it is the foremost object in the picture. Okay. I'm a banana. Start with this little shape like that. Sort of this hook. This is the shoulder of the monkey. Little zigzag. Give him some fur. And then make a slight curve going the other way, like that. Okay. Now, more zigzags. Try to give them a little curve as you're going, because that's going to give them that sort of fur-like look. Zigzags all the way down. You have to go now? Goodbye. Thank you for coming. Hope to see you on Monday. If you did draw something, I'd love to see it. Please post it so I can see it, or send it to me. And then we're going to make this kind of W shape. 3 bumps. That's where his hand is going to be hanging out. Finally caught one of these. Let's go. Jump in. Slight curve coming back up like that. Kind of a 7 shape, right? But a little looser than that. And then connect to this part of the arm. This dog. Alright, remember what I told you about? Who is Doug? Oh, God. Have you ever heard of the cryptid called the skunk ape? It's totally just an orangutan that's escaped a zoo. Yeah, of course I have. I'm from Florida. That is the Florida cryptid. Alright. Remember what I said about drawing hands. There is always a cheat code to draw them that makes it a lot easier. Alright. This is one of those times. Make a very small bump for the palm of the hand, back of the palm. Okay. This is the first finger, which is a little line, curve, little line, curve, curve back up. That's the hardest part because the rest of it is just J shape, J shape. And then it's this just loose L shape for the top of the hand. That's it. That's it. You don't even need to know all the thumb is here and this is how you no, none of that. Right? All that matters is the part of the hand that you can see, which in this case is just that. You can just see the back of the palm, one finger, and the top of these fingers. That's it. Really happy with your hand. There you go. I'm telling you, it's just about learning the cheat codes. Because ultimately, I mean, you know, hands can be in a lot of different shapes, but they really only get complicated really when they're holding objects, and even then you can only see part. You only need to think about what you're seeing, what the camera can see. Which in this case is actually not that much. All right. Let's make the top of this banana costume. Banana. Beetle and chat. Top of the banana. Make this little trapezoid shape for the, what do you call that? Stem part of the banana. I think we'll probably draw the monkey's face next. Now, the important thing is that it's peeking out of a hole, right? Banang. Hello. Hello. So start with an upside down U shape. Okay. Make a little line that's intersecting with that. That's the hair that's coming off of his face. Let me zoom in a bit on this actually. Okay. Back, down, back, down, little zigzag. Big line up. All right, and then a curve to connect. I know it seems strange, but it's going to look good in a second. All right. Out of the bottom here, we're going to make a C shape. Okay. Starting from about here and intersecting all the way into here. All right. So watch how I do it. All right, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Look how I did it. But when you're drawing yours, take a second and look at your paper. Okay, how is mine going to fit into the line work that I've already created? Right? Bigger, smaller, slightly to the left, right? Whatever. Take those extra 2 seconds and draw it in a way that's going to fit your paper. It's going to come out better that way. 2 little lines for a nose. And then a straight line across for a mouth. Crimson chin. Orangutans have eyes that are kind of close together, so 2 eyes like that. What do you think of that? Oh, that's funny. No thoughts behind those eyes, not one. And then for the hair, basically just making more wiggly zigzags. See that? Wiggly. And then zigzags going in different directions. Then we're going to make this bit of the hair on the other side. So, from right about where his eyes are, but again, fit it into where yours is going to fit. Maybe your nose is a little bit like, you know, lower or higher. Maybe what I'm about to do won't fit in, but try to think for a second, look at your drawing and see how yours can fit into the drawing. Curve down. Zigzag. Just 3 times, just like that. Now if you want, I do like the no thoughts behind those eyes, but you can also give them a little unibrow. Gives it kind of that ape look. Right. Just added details. Okay. Let's zoom out. The leg is going to go right here. Monkey. Monkey. Upside down U. In. Alright, make that bit a bit longer. And then out. And you can add some zigzags for more, you know, fuzzy appearance. Zigzags across. Right, his foot is going to go about there. I'm just doing zigzags. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now the foot, remember the trick, I've said this before, but it's just a good thing to know, is that when you're drawing feet, the key to making them look a little bit better is don't forget to add a heel, right? It's not just this, that doesn't look very good. You want to add, there's a back part. Don't draw them too good now. There's a back part, alright, which is important. Heel. Okay, kind of this like 7 shape. And then it's just curve back, little hook shapes, curve back, hook shape. all the way to there. Minty Moon. Making a little knee, adding a little fur here and there. See, I'm just kind of feeling it out. Not really any rhyme or reason. That's the way. And then let's connect where this banana would go. Probably about in there. Just following the curve from the top. Go about there. Okay. In fact, we're going to keep it going. Let's see how. Let me actually zoom out. Jesus, this thing is tall. Alright. Curve it out to like there. Make another nub. Stem bit. And then curve it back, but you can kind of make it fat, right? So mine is going to be all the way connected, all the way where his beard meets like his chin there, right? It's almost hardly a curve. It's almost a straight line. See that? See how this side curved like crazy and this side curves a lot less? Now if I curve it all the way, it's just going to be a skinnier looking banana, but I just don't really think that's as funny. I think it's better to make it fat banana. My lines seem really shaky. Is there a way to get them smoother, or is it a matter of practice and confidence? Practice and confidence, for sure it is that. But I would say, I was going to say take it slow, but honestly, sometimes going too slow is the problem. It is confidence. It is confidence, which will come with practice, but you can also fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? Just think, like, this is how I want it to look. If you really want... This is not something that I usually do, but I do think that, like, it could help. If you make it connect the dots, sort of, to give yourself an idea of where you want each line to go, it might help to just have a little bit of a reference in mind as you're working. See that? Do them lightly. But it's really just about taking that extra second that I'm talking about, right? Not just looking at my drawing. It's not just about looking at It's not just about looking at my drawing. It's about looking at my drawing as a reference, and then taking a second and looking at your own drawing and thinking, okay, where is this line going to go? Where do I want it to go? I want it to start here, I want it to end here, and I want it to have a slight curve to it. Very slight. Alright, where do I want my next line to go? I want it to start here, right, because that's pretty much in line with this one, and it needs to end here. And again, I want it to have a slight curve to it. Your art will always improve the more you draw as well. 100%. 100%. This sounds like a brag. It's a little bit of a brag, but it's just the way it is. Like, dude, since I have started posting comics at Twitter, I have probably drawn like 1,500 hours since then. Is that possible? How many hours is that? That's probably too much. Maybe 1,000. Let me think about that. How many days is that? Oh no, that's totally feasible. I just did the math. It's been almost a year. Alright, I started in late April. 365 days times 24 hours in a day. That's 8,760. So it's absolutely reasonable for me to say that I have been drawing 1,500 hours since then. Because I am drawing a lot. I'm drawing sometimes 6-7 hours a day. Alright, and I'm posting comics almost every day. And there's a lot of drawings that I'm doing that don't get posted, right? Either because I don't like them or because They're for other things, right? I mean, seeing that people like your shit is pretty good motivation to keep going. Yeah, absolutely. And also because I love to draw. If you're using CSP, you can smooth your lines with the stabilization tool and slowly wean yourself off to improve your line work. That's also very good. That's very good advice. We're going to draw this other foot back here, by the way, behind the banana. I would say the stabilization trick on CSP is great, but I really would encourage you also, and I've mentioned this before too, is to not get too caught up in the straight line thing. Because in my drawings, my lines aren't really, they're not straight. They're not straight at all. Where's my book? Let's see what I worked on today. Dude, for example, this was the one that I posted the other day of this happy gay couple, and they're growing old together, and then their graves are just like no homo, no homo. There is not a straight line to be seen in this. Look at that bit. Hang on, sorry. Look at the post that I drew here. Those lines aren't straight. I don't know how well you can see it. They're all wiggly and like crazy. The horizon line's not straight. Nothing's straight. The boxes aren't straight. And I used a ruler. Like, yeah, Frank and Bill Core. I wouldn't get too caught up in straight lines. I think actually that not having straight lines gives it a little bit more character. And it's part of the reason that I prefer to draw all of my comics on paper. Because digital, naturally, it just looks a little bit cleaner, which is nice for some things, but for the sake of comics that are just I'm making comics that I like, that's how I want them to look. I'm not so worried about the straight lines. See what I mean? Alright, make this little L shape for the heel, curvy L. Straight line. Three more toes. Just J shapes, J, J, J. Connect it. Shaky hands give character. You'll get it, Lead Hound. It's all about just consistency. Alright, we're going to make him holding a little banana now. So, think about how you're going to plot it out, alright? Little line right here, right? That's going to be... Don't draw that, but that's going to be his arm, this is his hand, this is the banana. Okay? So we're going to start with the banana. Because that's what's foremost. Is the peel of the banana, which is this curve and a curve coming back up. By the way, I absolutely love the community that's like built around these drawing classes. Like, I love seeing you guys interacting in your Twitter posts afterwards, like giving feedback, talking about it. It's like awesome. It's really encouraging for me to see. I love that you guys are just like enjoying it and like just kind of getting to know each other even without me around is awesome. Those rabbits were killing me. Yeah, the rabbits came out so funny last time. What was the other one that we did? Oh, this one. This is really cool. I got it from the couch and started drawing because the vibe is so easy going. Oh, hell yeah. I followed a couple people on folks on Twitter just to make sure I see their drawings after class. That's amazing. That's amazing. Because you know what? That's also going to encourage you guys, like having other people drawing alongside. You know, like even when I first started on here, like, you know, Zach, aka YOLO Swag Studios, I've known him for a long time, and he was posting to Twitter and posting to comics, and when I saw like what he was posting, I was like, dude, your output is crazy. Like, I can't believe how efficiently you're working. He was putting out a new comic like once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, and I was like, Like that's insane to me because at that time I was barely drawing at all. I just making no time for it. And he was like, "Dude, just you could do it. Just make time for it." And I started to do it, and I started drawing more and more and more. And it's like having somebody else like that, having a drawing buddy, is like it's great motivation. Because drawing it's very solitary, right? And there's a beauty to that because it's very meditative for me. It's therapeutic. It feels good. It helps me feel like I'm clearing my mind, but I'm also being productive. But it does get lonely, you know? Like if you're just drawing all day, like what I'm talking about, like 6, 7 hours a day, you kind of get a little stir crazy. So it's nice to have somebody else who's also drawing. You know what I mean? Drawing alongside you, having a buddy like that. He's a great business partner for that reason. All right, we're gonna make this first finger, which is basically just a rounded rectangle that's like peeking out from behind the banana. Social drawing is very nice, and that's kind of how, like, I mean, almost unintentionally, that's kind of what this stream became. Because I was worried when I started this that I was going to barely be able to have like 10 people on here at a time, you know what I mean? I still would have been happy with that. But the fact that there's such a strong community, like that you guys are like coming in here and there's new people coming in every time, it's awesome. It's awesome. Another rounded rectangle peeking out. This is the second finger. Kid named first finger. I love those kid named finger memes. And another rounded rectangle. We're kind of doing the cartoony. I'm doing the cartoony 3-finger thing. 4-finger. Curve up here. This is the second peel of the banana. And back up. And another curve going this way. Curve. Now I'm doing mine with a little bite taken out of the banana. Which is just, I made a slight curve. Little line going back. And curving back down. And then one more peel. Curve. Curve. And this is important, we want to see the thumb. Which is basically just, remember, you only need to worry about what you can see. You don't have to worry about the whole thumb or what it's doing. Just make a little J shape. A little backwards J. That's it. That's all you can see. Did it take you a while for you to find a drawing style you really like? To be honest, I've been drawing a long time. And I don't know. I think maybe in some ways I've gone through phases with my drawings, but I do have a pretty consistent, like, this is just how I draw. You know? That guy that I was talking about, what was that, like 15, 20 minutes ago? That guy Chroma Moma had a great video that I was watching where he was talking about honesty in drawing. And he was especially talking about how now in like the social media era, it's very, you know, ooh, I want to draw things that like people are gonna like. I want to get likes. I want to get likes. You know what I mean? But it's like a lot of that stuff is unfulfilling, right? It just becomes kind of like, you know, what's the point? But when you draw things that you like, that's when it's, when you draw things that you want to draw, and it's not about who likes it or who cares. That's when you start drawing more because you're drawing for yourself. You're drawing because you enjoy it. And that's how, and then you start drawing on days that you didn't think you were going to draw because you just were like feeling like it. And then you start drawing on days that you really don't feel like it because you're just like, you know what, this is going to get me in a right headspace. And now it's a habit. And then having your own style just comes with that. Like just once you start drawing more and more, you're going to have your own style. Everybody has their own style. It's just if you don't think you have your own style, you haven't tapped into it yet. I definitely felt a little burnt out this week after chasing likes for a while. Dude, you have no idea how many times I've been like, you know, I post a comic or something and it's so stupid. It doesn't perform the way I want it to, or it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like people get it or something. And I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, oh my God, like why? Why do I even blah, blah, blah? You know, it's like, dude, and that is such a toxic like unhelpful mentality because that's not what it's about. It's not why I started doing it. That's not why I started drawing before I knew what like, money even was. I've been drawing since I was like 3. Seriously. That's not why I started. I started because it's fun. You got to draw shit that you like. And then what's funny, the moral of the story is that a lot of times I draw things that I'm not even, I'm like, I don't think anyone's going to get this. I don't think anybody's going to think this is funny. And then I post it, and those are the ones that, even if they don't do like crazy numbers on Twitter, like those are the ones that I get responses where people are just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? That's when people can tell. People can tell when you care, when you like what you're doing. And as far as burnout goes, it's like just take a few days off. I do not do on the don't be too hard on yourself. Do not force yourself if you feel burnt out. That sometimes your brain is telling you, dude, take a fucking weekend off. Take a week off. I don't draw on Saturdays and Sundays. I'll have a backlog. Anytime you see me posting on Saturdays or Sundays, those drawings are already made. But I am chilling. Seriously. I'm at the beach. I'm watching a movie. I'm shopping. I'm just doing something else. Because if you're just sitting in front of your drawing pad all day, like I am, eventually you got nothing else to say or draw because you haven't experienced anything. You need some, you know what I mean? You need some input to create output. It's not the right way to phrase that exactly, but there has to be some input. See how I did this, by the way? Zigzaggy Ziggy's got this hairy arm. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. I made the lowest point over here just to show that's like where the hair is the longest. More to life than what you do. That's true. That's true. I think there is this thing with it's not just with dudes, but I know a lot of dudes that are like this. The type of psychosis that kind of comes with, I think, like being a guy. I don't know why. Obviously there's plenty of women that are like this too, but I notice that it seems to plague me and a lot of my like guy friends is this feeling that if you're not being productive, you have no value. Like you're not. Everybody feels that way. It's not even a guy thing. That if I'm not doing something, then I'm not, what's my value? If I'm not putting out anything, what's the point? And that's just stupid. Because you are valuable even if you're not doing anything. The only reason I draw is because it makes me happy. And there is that part of me that's like, when I'm dead and gone, I would like there to be some catalog so people know that I existed at all. Maybe that's stupid. I don't know. Alright, here's a line connecting the arm. I feel that so bad. Dude, I think everybody gets that way sometimes. See this? I'm just coloring in. You can color this part in. I'm just doing a little kind of cross-hatchy thing. L shape. Cross-hatchy. You gotta remind yourself. First of all, we're doing this for fun. So I did that, by the way. Curvy line. You gotta remind yourself that you're still cool even if you're not doing anything. You should just be doing something because it's fun. It's fun to do things. Alright, this looks really good. I'm also gonna write become ungovernable. That is the theme. We've been going for an hour 15. I'm not really tired, honestly. Do you guys want to do something else? I don't want you guys to feel any pressure to do another drawing, but we could also just like chill. Maybe I'll color this one in. I know usually I wrap these around this time, but like I'm just kind of just vibing. I don't really have anything going on. Gotta go to practice. I'm good chilling. Okay, we won't have fun without you. We'll just chill. Maybe we'll draw something like really simple. Or I've only been here for monkey, so I wouldn't mind another. Gotta go to practice. I'm good chilling doing that. Yeah, I understand that hard. Maybe my thing could be like a movie or show or something that leaves my legacy or whatever. Yeah, I think a lot of people get obsessed with legacy. I don't think I'm alone in that. But you gotta also just kind of live for yourself a little bit, right? Not just for people who are gonna see your stuff in the future. You gotta just do some fun stuff sometimes. What should we draw? Should we draw one more thing? Let's do something easy. Whoops. Posting the results on Twitter. Saturn devouring him at done for tonight, King. That's alright. Another simple drawing. I understand if you guys have to go. If anybody still wants to hang around, I mean, I'm gonna keep chilling a little longer. Let's draw something else. I think one thing that would be cool at the end of the stream is to show off some of the drawings other people did. That'd be great. How can I do that? I don't want to put anybody like on the hot seat though. That's the only thing. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything rude about anybody's drawing, but I also don't want to show anybody's drawing if they don't feel comfortable, like, me streaming it. Let's see. I don't mind being in the hot seat. Maybe use a hashtag. Maybe they can DM, pull them from Twitter from the last stream. All good ideas. I think you could do like a drawing feedback as a channel points reward. Oh, that's a good idea. We will do some drawing feedback. I don't know about this stream just because I need to think about it logistically. I would love to give a live review of mine. I don't even care if you roast it a little bit. I'm not gonna roast anybody's thing. That's not the point. Maybe we can draw something else. Let's see. Yo, oh, gumshoe! I love that mouse. I love that. Oh, that mouse twerking is so funny. Gumshoe. Maybe something with a whale. Yeah, whales are easy. Why don't we draw something with a whale real quick? Just be one bonus because we're not gonna be on again for a little while. How you doing? I'm chilling. I've been watching Yo streams. I've been peeking in on some Gumshoe streams. Guys, Gumshoe is an amazing artist. Great streamer. Kind of a similar layout to what we have going on here, like just like casual chit-chatting. I think they're a little bit better of an artist than I am, if I'm gonna be honest. They're really good. You should check out their streams. How do I do a shout out? I know you shouted me out on your last stream, but I don't know how to do that. Where should I post it on Twitter? Just at you? Yeah, just at me, because that way I'll see it. Even though sometimes my mentions are still... Is anybody else's Twitter's mentions still kind of, like, fucky for some reason? What is Elon doing, bro? I don't even want to get into it, honestly. I, like, didn't even want to talk about any of that on stream, because I was just like... Alright, here's what we're going to draw. Ready? Everybody. Maybe you can do a raid if they're streaming today. Are you streaming today, Gumshoe? Everybody get your paper. Alright, we're gonna do this. Ocean. Okay, just make water all the way across. Just like that. Hell yeah. Follow that dude. Alright, big curve. Ready? Big curve. Like that. Oh, just finished one over on a different channel? I'm really loving getting to know the Twitch, like, art streamer community. See how I put that little bump on the top? We're drawing a whale, but we're going to do a little silly something over here, too. Alright, whale tail. Which is basically a curve like this. And back around. It's just a W shape, but elongated. Okay. The fin is a curve, sort of a C shape going this way. And then that back bit, whoops, curving up. Give it another little bump, just like that. Sort of a right, E, loose, longer at the bottom. I'm going to slow down. C shape. We're drawing, it's basically a bean that you're not really closing. C shape. You know how to draw a bean? This is a bean. But just picture that, but there's no top. Bean shape. Got it. How are we looking? Head and spheres? Is that good? Loving this. Alright, we're gonna make, ready? Okay. Another curve coming up and over. Actually, don't do that. I don't like that. Yeah, we're gonna make them fatter than that. Don't do that. Ready? Wait, don't give him a top hat yet, because I already got something planned. Alright. I love beans. I love beans too. We're gonna actually make the curve going this. Why is this coming out weird? Let me see how I want this to look. Yeah, I like him a little fatter. Alright, let's do it like that. That's it. That's it. Chonky boy. Alright. Curve. And back up. So it's this shape. It's just a loose curve, like an S. And remember, look at mine. Look at yours. Think about how you want yours to look on your paper. Then draw it, alright? Don't. But look, mine starts here. It goes under and over. One more time. Under and over. How's everybody doing? Good? I'm going to make a little line curving up to the mouth. Remember, whales kind of have this thing where, like, yeah, I'm going to draw a mini one. Alright, here's this. Whales have this funny thing that, let's say their eye is up here, You don't put their mouth here. Oh no. Put your mouth up here. That's how a whale looks. Not here. Here. So try to get this line up in this upper quarter. Your whale is not a whale. What does that mean? Curve back around. Little French fry looking thing. And then you can connect this lip. So a little skinny French fry mouth. Connect it to the bottom lip. And then we're just making little lines for his little baleen. Nice. Just like that. Baleen. And you can make his little eye just shaped like that. Let's see. I would do that too, probably. So this same curve, like the same general shape, try to mimic it, but it cuts under the fin and it reaches all the way to the corner of the mouth. Just like that. Yeah, the underbite. That's all right. They kind of do look like that, honestly. You can kind of give them these little lines if you want. Actually, let me think. How would I like this to look? I kind of like the little algae thing. I think color is gonna look the best with this. And you could give them like the underbelly, but I think just better to color. Say this part like a blue, this part like a brown. Yeah, it translates though. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do now at the top, if you have room. Above. Watch this. Alright. Draw this really small, really tiny. Circle. Dot, dot. Some barnacles, you could put that there. You guys got this little guy? Keep it really little. Curve. Line. Do you guys have that? I have a link to a comic strip of a shark and orca whale on tapas. If you don't mind me sharing, share it. Share that shit. Everybody's good? Bump. I'm gonna check that out in a sec. Okay. And now, picture this. Right down the middle here, straight line. Little foot. Straight line. Cannonball, maybe. Curve around the bottom. This is a little tush. Ugh, frog in my throat. tiny line. Shoulder around. See how I did that? Tiny curve. Not even a curve. Too little to be a curve. That's a curve. Bump. And we're going to draw the other foot. Straight line. Little foot. Did everybody draw this? This is one of my favorite positions to draw characters in, just because I think it's really dynamic and fun and interesting. I draw characters in this pose all the time, and I wanted to share it with you, if you guys were able to follow along. I know it's a little bit complicated, but I love drawing characters like this. It's fun because you can get their entire like fit in the character, their shoes, and the drawing. It's fun. And then, here's what I'm going to do. He's in the splash zone. Ride the wave. Did you guys get that? It's just bumps all the way around. Bumps all the way around. The water droplets are key here. And then a straight line. Let's zoom out. Look at that. This leaves a lot of room, of course, for, you know, customization also if you want to put clouds. Birds. Like we were saying, you could put like barnacles on the whale. I was thinking about doing that. Make other little fish. Gotta head out, but I love the stream. Good stuff. We'll be tuning in next week. Thank you. Cookie Lord, thanks for coming through. Do you guys have questions? Is there anything you want to ask me? Stay on a little while longer while you guys are coloring in, and then I'm going to head to Twitter so I can start retweeting everybody's drawings. Time for bed. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you for coming in. Alright, we'll wrap. Guys, thank you so much for coming in here. I would love to see your drawings. I find the connected dots idea useful. Awesome. This was fun. Thanks. Please post these drawings to Twitter or send them to me in the DMs. I'd love to see your work. You know, if it's your first time here, we do these every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm going to try to start fitting one in on the Fridays because I know I've had people request different time slots for different time zones. I'm just doing what I can manage for the time being. But these have been super chill. If you want to support me, there's a ton of ways you could do it. Obviously, you could subscribe to the Twitch channel. You can follow me. If you're watching and you haven't followed, please follow so you can get a notification when I go live. If you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can check me out those places. I have the VOD in my bio on Twitch, which is just youtube.com/@BeetleMoses. And if you want to join the Patreon, the one with me and YOLO Swag Studios, you get early access to Beetle Moses comics, early access to YOLO Swag comics, bonus episodes of our podcast Cold Cuts, which is equally chill, but I kind of talk like some hater shit also. So if you want to see me be a little bit more mean, I'm a little bit more mean over there. And and yeah, you get a ton of other cool stuff too. You get to join the Discord as well, which means you basically have a direct line of communication to me and Yellow Swag at all times. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you. I love you. I love doing these. I'm going to upload this one to YouTube, so anybody who showed up late, or if you're just showing up now or whatever, you can check it out. Good night. I love you. Good night. I love you. Good night. Goodbye.